Hello guys, it's Anna here, Heart of Match Guarantee. And today we have a very interesting topic uh, with a provocative name. Did men kill femininity in America? And guys, if you haven't had a chance to find out, we have poll with the options for you to choose. Please vote. And we will talk about those results polled soon. Yeah, meanwhile, I really love these comments and I wanted to post it here. Feminist movement were good back in late 1800s to their 1920s during the women suffrage, but now it's good, and in the end it will destroy the fabric of Western culture if not check and remedy. Yeah, you see, I agree with Dave here, because what I'm observing that like a lot of things had great intent behind it, right? And when feminism, going back in history, started when man and woman was doing the same work, but then woman was paid much less, right? And just generally having much less society, rights in society, and just to give this equal protection that the benefits that men had in society, it's one thing. But you see, when it's as often happen when you have something that grow and development, at some point it just, and that's what happened with feminism, it just went wrong direction. And in my own opinion, that's just end result of massive I don't know, you don't call it propaganda, I would call it propaganda of things that was advertised on mass media, things that was sold to women, that they don't need men, they can be happy, with the songs, with so many things like this song, right? I can buy my own flowers and like all this stuff, right? And so just like the evaluation picture of man and his role generally, right? And so some people go after this idea of being independent, and they have this end fruits, right? And now you see there is a lot of movement that also starting of like questioning where it leads at the end of the day women, and bring them to unhappy, unfulfilled life, where we as a emotion, where we as the creatures created to be, not to be alone, basically. And so I think who won it at the end of the day, capitalism, economy, right? Because it was two workers, and we can talk about these things, but trying to find somebody to blame, but it's just not the perspective I choose to live my life. For example, I always look for like personal responsibility and personal choices, and the way I prefer to look, it's that with all this massive advertising and like bringing these opportunities to society, we still, all of us, had the choice how to live, what to believe, how to date, how to behave ourselves. So there is a lot, not a lot, but very small number actually of men who live in the West, but they still traditional in their vision for themselves in the area of dating. They looking for because they traditional, it's mean they live in highly masculine energy. They're looking for a woman who is, family oriented and live in high feminine energies. And so, and there are some of those, women in the West. It's just probably not mainstream anymore. Not probably, definitely. But compared to Ukraine, where it's mainstream, still old-fashioned culture. So what I want to say that, again, we go back to our choice, what to even we will be whatever we will be telling, by society to do. It's always coming back to us. We creating our life, and we know what things makes us happy, and we choose, what to what to how to live and what to create. So here's your results of your poll, and it's we have 19 votes, and 16% of the men. That's interesting. They think us men are responsible. Those men probably who, and we will talk about this, who seeing this not only like blaming other, but seeing actually, inescapable part like society. It just big, big model of what happening in relationship between two people, right? It's just bigger scale because, and what is a relationship? It's always two people, right? And there is always two sides of you, and there is two opinions, and always two people create. There is never a situation where you can just blame, one person of not being that and this, and you such a sweetheart and you do everything right. It's kind of, so I believe that, it's always, all things coming from engagement. One, person influence another on society level. One movement triggers and another outcome within big society, right? So here we have 30% of men who choose, and Western women are responsible, and so those men probably would behave the same way in relationship. It's like, she's bad, I do everything right. And there is 50% of men who choose feminism is responsible, who seen, it just, despite on that, it started as a movement that was called to protect women and their, to bring them that level of protection and possibility that men had, right? Despite on that, it just turned to something that at the end of the day didn't benefit not women, neither men. And so with this, I'm here. Negative mindset people like to blame each other for mistakes and adversity that they're facing. Blame yourself for not doing good enough to continue developing your personal development. Yeah, you see, when I watch a lot of those videos from YouTube about how things work in the West, and I'm seeing how they teach women that they do everything right, and it's just such a gift to any man, and just like they don't need to work on themselves. Or I'm seeing like really overweight woman who is telling she wants her man, her main desire from a man, him to go into sport club. It kind of not matching, right? It's just like, girl, you want something that you don't do on your own. So and it's a mindset that will never lead people to happiness, because at the end of the day, this this expression where a woman get married with a man in the hope that she will change him, and a man marry her with the hope that she will never change. You know, it's kind of like, mm, it's relationship that very, there is not good promising for those relationship. If people come with this kind of expectations, um, you cannot change someone. Everything you can change is, yourself. And by changing yourself, you attracting, different type of people, or people who on the same page with you. So there is one person you need to work on yourself. That is all. And men and women that keep developing themselves will get what they want to achieve. They understand everything, challenge, create opportunities to be a better person. Hi there, in my own spin feminism, Western countries is responsible. Their women say do not need men anymore. Yeah, I mean, you see what I'm saying. Feminism as a with these promises, right? Create situation where women scream, I don't need man, of course. And why man would wanna, to be in a relationship with this woman, right? And to be around her. Man naturally wants uh, to care, to support, to like. If why would you bring your care and love to someone who don't want to accept it, right? It's just like, why to do this? But at the same time, you see a lot of women in the West who was, listening and influenced by feminism. They had choice not to follow it, right? Um, they had choice to live with their own brain, understanding, where's the nature and what's, what will make uh, their um, they're happy. At the same time, you see a lot of men, like, and that's why our like women Ukrainian, our brides who register with us, they're struggling to find men to like for serious relationship, even living abroad, because when they go on a date and they see this man who feel relieved, like, and actually expecting woman like to, I don't know, they expect, they don't want to treat woman as a woman, like coming on a date and offering 50-50 is kind of, I mean, one situation when women don't want you to pay because she feel weak or something, it's just something that, this is completely Western. But at the same time, if you meet traditional woman who actually wants you to take care, but you already with this mindset that you wanted actually to pay 50-50. And so it means you don't want to present yourself as a breadwinner, as a man, as, one who wants to actually show this care. So women don't want this generally, yeah, with feminism, and men suppress this, this need of him to care, like on a society level. They just become, okay, you don't want, okay, it's even easier for me, and now I need to provide just for myself, and like easier. But then you see, it just coming to the point where when men start relationship with such a lady who wants, do everything on her own, he just like basically don't know what to do around her, and he just don't get this nurturing element that men come in relationship for. And woman is not, all this coming as a flow, like, as a response to man action, when man show his care in, I don't know, providing women with different level of security that they need, including financial. But when you see, when men don't do this, women, it's just not even naturally somewhere. There is no the seeds, that will, like Ukrainian woman, she's always looking for man's action. And if man, even he like say, oh, you beautiful, just like this non-stop words of, but then his actions show that he really don't care about her, you know. um she, like, in action, I told about our, like, situation with our couples when women get in hospital and he didn't show up, didn't ask how she is, even like nothing, you know. Like, you know, seen in different situation, or like within, I don't know, several months of conversation, never send her flowers, you know, because this is the way, this is the small steps of action that man can actually do, and how woman can read that he's, you know, he's really into her, and so feel actually loved and building relationship. So if man doesn't do this, she doesn't have this natural desire of to be that, mm, 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 let's say, blossom flower to him, you know. uh, Being that sunshine. That's right, we cannot change someone if someone doing into relationship, someone are not right to be in a relationship. Yeah. No, I'm in Canada now. I'm in Canada. What do Ukrainians, Russians think about feminism? I mean, it's just something that blows my mind. Um, like, you know, from one thing, I'm trying to understand, if I grew up in the West, would it be my mindset? But you know what? We have this channel, Ukraine Dating, where we have lady who, but she grew up okay until 17. She lived in Ukraine, and now she lived for 22 years in Canada, and she's still traditional in her, you know, mindset, although she picked a lot of things from the West. So I'm asking myself, and I'm grateful that I grew up in traditional culture, because I understand it's a way of, you know, bringing me closer to understanding my nature and what makes me happy, you know. And I feel sad. I feel sad because I see how, you know, how all these things, the way it's unfold now, how it's like destroying for society generally, you know, because it's like it's complete devaluation of institute of marriage and, like, relationship and what they for, right? And just like main people actually making people weak, because um I believe when, you know, when you in with your right partner, when you in love, when you have family, it just so much reflects on every other area of your life and the way you perform. You know, the way how you do your work, what projects you create. You know, and I strongly believe when you with your, you know, with your loved one, it's like, you know, we have this expression that right woman give. Uh, Man wings, you know, or like help him to, like an eagle, you know, to spread it. It's just, it's so true, you know, like engaging of, and this beautiful engagement of women's and men's energy, and just helping to uh, it's, you know, it's make you always better version of yourself, it's making you happier. It's like, as I said, it's reflect on every area, and so it's make every person basically stronger. But that's not what, you know, what society wants us. They want us to be sick, they want us to be weak, they want us to be, you know, manageable, right, shippable. So all these things is just, yeah, like the evaluation of family institute, like, if you will watch statistics, how many people now get depression with, you know, all this, it just never was a case, because people now feel so like lonely, and there's nobody to blame but just come back again to us and choose, you know, what to do and how to live. I don't know your question. I don't understand. What's value are important for single Ukrainian women in their 30s? Uh, First, I actually have done a video. You can find it on our channel. How Ukrainian women rate men. Uh, and first, what's important, and I'm like, um, Actually, if you want to know, this is oh, okay, it's just running. I don't know if I have um this is just, you can calculate your sexual market value here, and see the difference how you, Western women, how many points you can get with them, and Ukrainian women, and actually understand, how, like, how attractable you to Ukrainian woman. But simply saying, in my SMB, it was first, and that's what important for Ukrainian women. It's if man reliable, and that's every lady will tell you. It doesn't matter what he wants. If he's just like wind come and go, it's just like she doesn't see, interest, interest in being with him, and just feeling wasting her time. um their intention to, they're family oriented, and they will always, put uh, family before work, before career. They would, all of them, most of them want to work, but they want to, yeah, they wanted to, um, they wanted to have work that will be bring them more satisfaction, and just, realization, social, but will still leave them with their energy that they can share, good mood with their family members. And so this is very important, men to be reliable. um, and then just general, having like similar life values, core values, right? Like, um, what you want in life goals, interests, and just, and somewhere later will be, I mean, the younger lady, she's more looking into how men look, but it never first, okay? It's never will be in her somewhere close to the beginning of her list or importance. But yeah, mm, the older she is, it's less like valuable for her. The more, yeah, they always look. I mean, um, living here in Canada, I'm seeing so many like really handsome men. Okay, Joe, don't need to worry. But I mean, young men, and we don't have a lot of very handsome men, and maybe that's why it's become kind of, for Ukrainian women, if very handsome man, it's actually creates problem, because it sets her up with insecurity about his being faithful or not. Because in Ukraine, if he's very handsome man, there is will be, I don't know, he will be always how tempted with the like other ladies, and he can go like very easily after another girl. And so it's a big fear of Ukrainian women. And so, mm, in Canada, living here, I'm seeing opposite things. Like in Ukraine, a lot of beautiful ladies, but then not many, handsome men. But here, it's just different, and the opposite way. And that's why, mm, um, yeah, maybe just like men in the West feel insecure about being in a relationship with very uh, beautiful woman, because you have, guys, this fear of her being what you call it, monkey branching, or like jumping from one man to another, right? The kind of thing that Ukrainian women have, being in a relationship with a very handsome man in Ukraine. So that's why it's not, like not um, something that they look at the first. But they um yeah, maybe about they're not generally very open for relationship, but we have less interest to ethnic guys, just because simply, Ukraine, it's just like all people the same. It's not like international country like Canada, where people from all around the world. So people like very close minded in this matter. um, Feminist text encourage destructive women. In other words, women who wants to divorce, abort, bastardize kids, create hostility between two families. They never give tips on how to find a good man. I just, everything I can, I feel pity for, for those things. And like, mm, it's also make me like very, very question, like we live now in the West. And so our daughter, for example, watch TikTok, and it's always like question me what kind of values there, and like I need to be on top of that, understanding and having always open dialogue with her, because there's a lot of things that like pushing within society that is not resonate with what culturally, what I grew up with, and my mindset and my core values. So yeah, unfortunately, but okay. So let's now watch the short video. Okay, just like, its video will split in 3 parts because it's very deep, and I wanted to go deeper with you guys here.
And what do you think it feels like for a woman when she receives without any stipulations? What do you think that feels like? Does it allow her to drop into her feminine?
100%.
100%.
You see, when women feel that she is received here, right? Care, finance, protection, will it help her to feel relaxed? Definitely, right? It's just like, by nature we are different, man and women, and so man is more stronger in his ability to handle like more stress. I'm seeing from Joe and me, like I get it. you know I'm getting much less stress, but the way it's affect me is just, it's just crazy. And I have to admit this, I'm not that, I don't have balls to be strong. And I'm not pretend I'm woman. I'm man. I mean, and I don't want to be in this role. I'm happy with where I am, and I want to keep, like, develop my power. What's my strengths, right? I don't want to go in somebody's roles and tell you know, I need to perform there now. So what happened with the women when they go and pretend to be a man and take a lot of stress? They're building up their masculine energy, which is building them as a, not according to their nature. And so uh, it just creates this, there is no possibility for happy fulfillment family life, right? Because men performing, being as a breadwinner, being strong man, uh, coming back from home and seeing this, aggressive monster, um, he feels not happy, right? And that's not why he, wanted to be in a relationship. But why it's happened? Because woman, she's struggling to proceed certain amount of stress, like as much as man. And so it just find, in her nature, this response of being very, very dry, being very opposite of nurturing, opposite of what, um, feminine energy, how the feminine energy within woman performs, right? Being nurturing, being warm, being giving, being loving. And so it just dry out all those qualities. And uh, but at the same time, you see, like, woman, one scenario is when she don't want man, and like when she has this man, she's just basically walking on him. I saw a lot of videos where guys complaining of woman, was abusive to him emotionally in the West, okay, those couples. And like, I totally get from where it comes, right? If they like exchange roles, and then also women can continue, Western women that, complain that there is no strong man. Sorry, but you need to become a woman, you need to behave like a woman, so you will attract men, right? But of course, if you choose to become a man, now you attract weak man who is kind of live more in feminine energy. I mean, I don't know. Almost, I have hard time to imagine Ukrainian men who live. They mostly live in high masculine energy, who will be in abusive relationship at home with Ukrainian woman. I just like, it's all like almost like impossible. Some type of like fantasy. So it's always, nature leads us to balance. If you choose to be man, okay, woman, you will be man, but then you will be in a relationship with a man who is like more like a woman, okay? So like you create a couple together, right? And you see, by taking the stress out of woman when she actually wants it, right? She wants to be woman, providing her this security, and she feels like she's so like blessed, and she feels grateful, and she wants to give this in return to you, in her care, in her love, in, I don't know, even doing work, but work that just satisfy her needs to be, to do what she loves to do, not just because men expect her to add to a bill um, because it's not possible to maintain its own on its own. And yeah.
And the value that brings to a relationship is beyond priceless. And there's nothing more, I feel, as a man that I would want out of relationship than for my woman to feel all of that as much as possible, as frequently as possible, which is why I'm here.
So you see this guy speak English. Obviously, it's a West. And it's the way that Ukrainian men think originally, what they want from relationship. And there is not many Western men think this way. Would you agree with me on that? And so, hello guys, yeah. And so, like, there is not men things like that. It's just, again, it's personal choice. Like, woman choose to become feministic, strong woman, to, I don't know, to compare her power to a man's power, and just like tell, you're sucking, I'm like winning, I'm the best here. So it's her position. And then we have expression in Ukraine, for what we fight we got. So you was fighting for this, now you got, man. You prove him that you better. Are you happy now with this? And so really, so not I was reading comments below this short that I'm sharing with you now, and I'm seeing this Western women writing like, where I can meet this man who thinks this way, the way he thinks. But it's not about meeting this man. Obviously, I mean, there is truly not a lot of men things like that in the West anymore. But those who think they able to to attract women who will be or I mean, just meet her abroad, I don't know, in Ukraine, just to find a way, doesn't matter where she will be, from where she will be, but just create a story for themselves in life. But yeah, but those type of men, they don't want be with a woman who pretends she's a man. That's my point. And so you see, it's genuinely makes him happy to make his woman happy. And when he perform this way, it just triggers natural desire of appreciation and gratitude and caring about man the way women do this, right? And it just create strong, powerful partnership where based on love and support and giving each other, because relationship is not about what I can get, but what I actually can give. And give yourself not 50%, okay? But 100% of yourself. And sometimes, you give 80% because your spouse now can give 20% because she got sick and it's time for you to take care about her, for example. Or it's now opposite, right? Man got sick and woman taking care. It's just like I don't know, man performing always, he has uplifting, has great work, but at some point he lose work, and now woman provider, and it's okay too, because that's what marriage is in our culture, at least. Uh, where I grew up, it's going together through rainy and sunny days. And when I'm seeing these, videos of like women giving promises in the West, of couple, and she's like rainy days, like she's not sure if she wants even to give promise there. So like I'm asking herself what she's doing there. Like her expectations about family life, it's always will be just like, you know unicorns and like and no, it's just times where, and Ukrainian women, you know what, they're strong, but they just know their their power in them being weak, because that's a place where they allow men to take role of being, of being strong, being leader, you know and but they, when they need to perform on their own, it's just different story. They can't take care about themselves. They can do it, just they know it's a not place of happiness for them, it's just not a place where they want stuck for life. They want to be weak, they want to be feminine, they want with their, and it's not just words, it's action, the way they um and so one more part of this video.
And what do you think it
What was
is? That responsibility a little scary? Could you admit
It's
that?
fucking terrifying.
It's terrifying, right? So now watch. Hold on. But does it make you go face to face with the parts of you that are afraid?
100%.
So-
It's I get the moment to choose love or fear.
That's it. So could you see how our women and our partners are the actual medicine we need to step into the fullness of our masculine energy?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You see, guys, it's very deep and beautiful message. In a, in a healthy relationship, what it is, what it's supposed to be in a beautiful partnership, where man in her in his man role and woman in her woman's role. It's when everybody just know their strengths and their weaknesses, and everybody, perform accordingly, right? And that's when we both medicine to each other. Men cannot get anywhere else in the world this nurturing, loving, energy that only woman can give to a man. I mean, you can go to, I don't know, to get massage from like, I don't know, from just paid services, but like really, if it will be like, or you can buy sex, right? But there is this element of, of when you going through this experience of getting massage from woman who loves you, or I don't know, like doing some physical touches with you, it's just different. It just brings you this fulfillment, right, of being loved, being important, being appreciated. And so man by nature, they don't need a lot. Like they can live in a cave and be happy about this, right? But all this desire and like, stepping up in their power and masculinity comes from desire to give to a woman better life, because like giving to children that you have together, just because you love them, and just like, you know it's not because she expected, even it's just because it's make you happy. And because it's, you see this medicine, the way he's wording, like helping men to perform. When men perform as a, like in society, having a great career, how he feels about himself, if he is really like So it's a combination, you see, where women perform again, spreading up this, giving this, not this like, you go work, I'm not happy with what you provide, not this type of encouragement, but actually coming from appreciation. And you just like, I don't know, it's just, when you give present to someone and he's so happy and excitement, how would you feel? Did it bring you pleasure? Would you like to like make another gift to this person because you see these tears in your eyes and appreciation and just happiness, and like how it make you feel about yourself? And so that's the thing of engagement. But it's true, I get you guys, it's terrifying, like this guy admit, it's terrifying to take this role, right? But that's the idea of what's like, okay, this is super deep stuff, but I hope you will get it. That's the idea of why we come, like I come in a woman's body, you know. And that's like, this is another topic, like when people try to change the way like nature bringing him here. I come in a woman's body here, and then men, you know, come in a man. And we need to, you know, develop skills that come with this, right? With our nature. And so if you look at the girls in the school, they're all super responsible. They all like study very good, and they like doing everything good. And so by nature, they're more like, um, they're more responsible, they're more like structured. If you look at, I don't know, older sister, the way she you know, can care about a smaller brother or sister and boy, for example, it's just right, different talents. It's, but and boy is like more, you know, hard to learn how to like, even slower in development, in like in when it's a baby, you know, like girls pick up quickly. And so in this regard, women come with this, like, you know, women's needs to learn how to relax themselves and trust man, find right man, and just like relax her mind, not to be monster, not to be like knowing that she can do everything, but yet to learn how to be a woman and actually, you know, choose to, like have more, not not relaxing life, I wouldn't say. It's just she has different responsibility. How you can call relaxing life woman who has a baby, you know, in this first year? Like in Ukraine, it's just always, I don't know, I see it's different in the West, and again, it's just because it's so mixed. But in Ukraine, it's always like mom who get up at night, every night, to feed baby, or like it's not, it's not man, because women know like he needs to go at work next day, and he will be exhausted. And so like most of home responsibility, it's always, and you know, Joe never wash dishes, never. And you know what, I don't want him to wash dishes, I just don't see him, it's not making me happy when he wash dishes, and I don't have expectations about this. I know that in the West, because women work like a man, she take partially this role, she has expectations about man doing like house things, you know. I don't want him to see him with a wiper, like I don't know, vacuum or doing things. I don't mind he sometimes help me to, like, you know, when I, because I also work sometimes to, I don't know, when I'm busy, you know, I don't know, cook breakfast for both of us, and it's nice, you know, I feel also, uh, you know, but I don't put this as a must, you know. If it happened, it happened. It just, but I don't see him in the everyday, these kind of duties. I want him to perform in a different level, you know, and like I wish he has time for this. That's why I'm taking those things on myself, and I'm learning how to, like, I don't say, you see, and okay, coming back to this topic of men being super irresponsible, these boys, you know, who's going crazy and doing crazy stuff, right? They by nature like that. And so in order to like to become man, like, you know, to build up his masculine energy, he needs to learn how to be responsible, how to take responsibility for your life. And then if you're, going to get married and have family, how to take responsibility for them as well. And just like, create from your, mess life, create structure and responsibility, and just, building up this masculine energy within himself. And so, but of course, men, cannot do this and don't want to do this if he's next to a woman who wants to be a man and continue. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If I'm clear here, like by nature we opposite, right? Woman, like in her childhood, you can see all these things, but she needs to learn how to be a woman and embrace her nature within her, and learn how to, I don't know, it's very different job. It's very different job. It's much easier just to go to work and just like, uh it's much easier for her by nature to perform at work and just, don't develop this nurture inside of her. And for men, much easier to be, going playing around, not taking responsibility, fuck this woman, fuck that woman, it's easier. But it's just not place where it leads us to happiness. Because, life is always about development. And what we need to development. And this things that are by nature, if I come in a woman's body, I don't need to develop me as a man, cut something that shouldn't be here, just like, I don't know, take hormones and not those things, but actually what accordingly to my nature, and my nature as a woman to be nurturing. So I need to learn how to balance myself between work and, my passion, to keep priority family, because that's the thing that, my family gets from me. I'm like a food for my family, if I'm not happy, it's like, oh, family sad here, like all in stress, don't know what to do, where to go. So I know my stuff, what I need to do, and I'm up. And so man also can have choice of like, or these women, um I don't know, escape all life relationship, um escape personal growth, escape understanding who I am and what I'm doing here, and like what at the end of the day bring me to the place of happiness. uh that's trouble when you're wanting to change someone. If you think the lady needs to change, better move on. Hello, Anna, and everyone. I have always felt that a relationship, each person should always give 110. There's will be times in physical each can give different levels of effort, 100%. Depending on emotional state, time, physical ability, life occurrence, but intent towards each other, relationship should be 100. That's right, Robert. Yeah. And that's giving 100 of yourself to each other is the most valuable gift anyone can ever give to another person. Just my thoughts and feelings. Yeah. What do you guys think about? What do you think about what I said? About what I said here, and sometimes we choose. Sometimes we choose in life easy track, easy path, but will it really bring us to, like, to live life like for a man with not having responsibilities here there? Will it bring really to the place of happiness? I don't know. I think this answer is very personal for, from person to person. I know what will make me happy, and that's why I'm choosing maybe not easy paths, but paths that will work for me, right? Because easy paths is just like, love me and accept me who I am, and just like, I'm good. That's how like Western women think. And even if you like out of shape and just like, I don't know, um being upset with this question, right? Like I read today, um when you ask Western woman what you bring on a table, and she's like, she's getting angry with this, right? Why would you be angry if you know what's your value and what you bring in a table? It's just, you will have normal reaction, you will have normal answer with this, right? But when you're not sure, what's going on, and you just like all ideal and all good with you, like, of course it will be triggering you, because really, um really, if you come in relationship with a just understanding what you will get from them, it's kind of, it's how parasites live, they just get in, but they don't have intent what to give. And so like in these videos, what we saw, this man thinking, and he's working on himself, and he's, on this journey. Even it's terrifying, this journey for him, but he's coming from not keeping himself in a fearful, mode, but actually expanding himself and choosing love, right? Like it's always two different reality, right? When you keep yourself small because you like choose to be suppressed by your fears, or expanding yourself, and being in this journey, and coming from reality where you want to give, and ideally, in a relationship where you get another things, right, as a response of what you give, right? And actually there are more women as well, men, that knew how to balance their responsibilities in relationship. Of course they don't show off in public in comparison to those not. Yeah, I believe so, because there is still a lot of families here. I fully agree with what you said, but it is my experience with most Western women. They want to receive the benefits of traditional women, but they are not willing to put their own efforts to be. Yeah, that's the problem. That's what I'm observing from all those videos where they teach women that they are great just they are, and just because they, I don't know, was born, they don't need to do nothing, and just like everything fall from the sky. It's not sky, right? It's just normal, balance. But it's not like, also it's not like when we do something for someone, we do it because we expect to get something back, right? We just do naturally things that makes us happy. But if we see that, it's perceived wealth, when I say wealth, it's perceived appreciated, and it just turn on this natural desire, of person to give back, in her way, like if it's man give, financial security and just care, protection, physical protection, and I don't know, physical protection on the street, if something, I mean, doesn't matter, all level of like protection that man can give to woman, it just naturally triggers her. And the woman who is pretending she's man, she doesn't need those things, right? uh Okay, guys, what does this mean? Relationship will sometimes work, but if you give and receive love and what you need at a person, a partner, a spouse, then therefore it won't feel like work. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. At the end of the day, people come in relationship not for torturing each other, right? But just bringing their happiness to a new level, of all those beautiful experiences that come with this. But it doesn't mean that I have rain right now outside. It doesn't mean that it is always sunny, right? There is challenges. But in my own opinion, all these challenges, they just actually bring people closer to each other. They just like establish even more deeper and mature, relationship, and understanding each other, and just like creating more bonding when you go through them, right? and you can go through them by having, always open dialogue. It's just like not possible to like Sandra was talking on our previous live stream. It's just, hard when one person try to speak out to find solution, and another person just not interested. Like it's just always, it's a partner. It's a partners where we try to find solution to all things, go through and just, having agreements of the way you want it to be treated, the way, make things that makes you happy. Anybody, guys? Yeah, basically our live stream almost finished. But if just in case somebody wants to join me live stream, I don't know why I didn't offer you before, but if somebody wants to join me, I will be happy to see you here. So this is StreamYard link. It's in the chat. You can copy paste if you want to ask on topic or general topic. I don't know, any questions about agency. I'm not very often here now. This is your chance. I'll be happy to see you and answer. Yeah. Just if you're going to do this, just write me in chat so I know will be not. Yeah, and actually, if you like, if you're on this journey, you have a lot of questions, and there is a good channel for you will be to check out ukrainedating.tv, where just average ladies of different age, they streaming and they talk. You can ask the same question what you ask me, and you can see how similar we think in the way, because it's culture, what we grew up with, right? We didn't have this. We don't have strong feminist movement in Ukraine. Maybe if there is, it's just people even like don't understand what it's about. Like still, a lot of people like a lot of our ladies who register with us, they really sincerely they don't get why Western men come to Ukraine to find wife. They almost every call they have this question, and why are you looking for wife in Ukraine? They're just not aware of that. Okay, I'm aware because I'm working with this right already for many years. And so, but a lot of our ladies, they just like what like behind it, like if everything okay with you, maybe you like I don't know, maniac or something. They have their own perspective, fears that also created by our things on the TV. They don't show happy stories of positive experience of Ukrainian ladies who married with a Western man. They show some crazy story of Western man killed his wife or something. So they have some fears about this, unless it's a personal experience. Like, I mean, personal. It's just like her friend got married with an American man, and it's a happy story, and she wants something like this for her. So she's coming from this perception, right? Anyway, yeah, you're welcome to check out, and just it's now live streams Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, always the same time, 12 Eastern time, noon. And if you're one of the guy that relatively new, or just I don't know, or maybe not new, we have a lot of guys who following us for 2 years and finally come and register ready to start this journey. We're happy to help you. Just go simply to matchguaranty.com/register and get your free matchmaking consultation with us, and it's kind of like both ways interview, where okay, don't afraid, it's not like really interview, but it's just for us to understand whom we're looking for, if we're capable to help you, right? And we also will tell you how you work, like how, because it's still the most common question, like what you talk about Ukraine, there's war, who is now how I will go to Ukraine. No, we don't want men to go to Ukraine. We actually left, me and my husband, Ukraine like 1 week or 10 days before war started, and since then we was like telling guys, please don't come, and like we just we have a lot of experience, a lot of marriages that happened after war happened. So it's just the way we work now, it's different from before. But anyway, it just shows that it's still there is still a need, especially even with our ladies moved out from Ukraine. Like Sandra today was telling on her live stream, living in UK. She said, I just register on this dating app, and like, when men write me, I want to like date, and he say, okay, where we'll meet, in your house or in my house? And she's like, what do you mean? Like, date, it just means like it's conversational, right? We just meet and we talk and we see, so like, unfortunately, a lot of guys in the West are just, it's hard to find traditional men who wants, those things that our ladies want. So they still pretty much, depending and exciting and grateful for that we exist, and we kind of this bridge that allow those people with traditional values and desire of creating a family meet, in this big world. So yeah, we'll be happy to help you in consultation. So anybody so brave want to join me? I just recently found out guys afraid of me. Don't need to be afraid. Sefregosa. What you ready for? Just curious. Hmm? Okay, guys. Yeah, if you're nobody's going to join, so it's like over a little bit 1 hour. I'm thinking what to play for you at the end. Yeah, any? I see comments, last comments. Not sure. I have hope. Hope, this is already a lot on its own, there's not much you can do when you don't have any hope. Yeah, I just like, I'm seeing that a lot of guys, they just like finding this opportunity for themselves, this this lost world of traditional women, and they like have hard time to believe that it's possible, in nowadays century. Yeah, I just believe when something doesn't work in the area where we live, we kind of need to opens up our horizons, horizons, no, horizontals, right? For maybe, to make this adventure, happen anywhere else, right? And there is a lot of, like, all the world have different dynamic and different things happening, and each country has their own challenges and beliefs and core values, and so they're very different from country to country. And I know it's bit like, don't wish to wait your time title living coaching. Yeah, Bob. Okay, great. I have a part-time job, but I'm full-time student. Oh, I see. Yeah, always learn. Always learn. Yeah, it's good. I believe that, yeah, we just I don't know, you have like very Slavic look. It's maybe a mistake. Anyway, guys, you're welcome. We have students. We have, I don't know, we have the youngest client probably we had. He was 27 years old. Yeah, we don't have those a lot of choices of very young ladies, but still, it's possible. We do like, what do we call, test drive, to like just to see what's, which ladies has mutual interest in you, is that it will help you to understand what's real, what's not. We don't have like, this paper letter or nothing like that on our website. It's all real ladies with whom we work manually. We send them email, then we call, because in Ukraine nobody opens email. Like, I'm opening my, I don't know, I'm living now in the West, and I'm seeing how popular it's here, and like everybody contact you through email, and I'm still in my mindset and my habit of Ukraine to open email one time in 2 weeks. And so then I see I missed some, in school meeting or something. It was like, Oh, I need to learn how to use this email thing. So yeah. So what I was saying, I forget. I'm seeing tough Canadians on the river now, and I was just like, I'm not as yeah, they just already in the water. It's kind of cold. Yeah, so it's I forget. Okay, guys, probably I'm very over over talking. Um, so yeah, mm, just if you're understanding this is your future past, it's you can just have consultation and just see when what you need to be ready, whatever. Um, yeah, it's free for you. It's not free for us, it's our time. But we wanted you, mm, we want a more good man. We have too much ladies, and we have very really small number of men clients. And some of our ladies waiting for introduction for 5 years, and it's like not fun really. And they like they upset, they like think maybe they're not as beautiful, why they're not being chosen. So really, yeah, we wanted to create more opportunities. We do our best, but of course you have a chance. I mean, everybody have a chance. It just depends, like your ability, because it's like it's real ladies. They you need to have a possibility to at least one time fly in Europe to meet with her. And like they will not be chatting with you even in WhatsApp for years. They want a real person and real perspective. They want physically to be in this relationship within certain amount of time, right? um it's just different dynamic, much more easier with documents now for Ukrainian ladies. So they kind of, yeah, want a man who don't want to live in a I don't know, fantasy land, and about like having distance relationship, not real, right? um yeah, all those things important for a woman to feel if you start a relationship, like if this is something real, right? Because you start kind of in distance, you have virtual at the beginning, and she wants to get a sense that it's just not always will be virtual, right? At some point she will see you. And the best is if you have possibility to see her within at least 3 months, like at a max, at the most, I would say. It's just changed. uh yeah, thank you, Anne. Yeah, just um, it's just, yeah, just general live stream, but personally always it's the best to do through consultation, where we see your request and seeing where you're at. Okay, guys, thank you for being with me today. Just make sure you subscribe to our channel and get notification bell. I'm trying to do more now, short content, video content. um um I'll really enjoy live streams because it's kind of like it's my way of being creative, being real, and I like engagement with you when you come on the camera and talk to me. And mm, yeah, and yeah, I'm not sure how often now will be live stream, so make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow our updates. um yeah, I hope it will be every second week like that for now, but we try now, we in traditional mode. But you can have live streams and just continue to learn more about Slavic culture. Again, going to our Ukraine dating, where you have three other streamers. um Two of them are ladies. Much Guaranty registered with us to find husband. So from those two streamers, so it's just you type this ukrainedating.tv, and it will send you to this YouTube channel. Okay, one more time. Ukrainedating.tv. Okay, and yeah, okay. I was happy to see you today, to chat with you. Thank you for allowing me to. Okay, not allowing me, but like listening to my cosmic, cosmic style. Yeah. Um. And yeah, see you soon then. And please support my videos that I'm making now in short format. Share, I don't know, just like through social media. It's very encouraging for me when I see this, I don't know, comments and likes and all of these things. It just like it helped me and give me more encouragement to do it. Yeah, I choose this now. How this calls mm, like episodes, like many episodes on who's trad wife is, right, and traditional wife, and just this is like my topic, and I know what I'm talking about. It's just especially living now in West and seeing the difference and in mindset and everything. So yeah, it will be just very helpful and bring me more more energy to more unfold, like to continue. Okay, thanks guys, and have a good weekend, and just yeah, wish you to meet your soulmate, to find your love with our help, or just in any other way that it's possible for you. Just be happy, and okay, thanks, bye bye.